begin an important journey, a journey of awareness, a journey of understanding your own emotional landscape. Find a comfortable position, sitting or lying down, and allow your body to settle. Let your hands rest gently, your feet grounded or relaxed. Take a deep breath in, feeling the air filling your lungs, and then exhale fully, letting go of any tension. Take another deep breath, slowly and deliberately. And as you exhale, imagine releasing any mental clutter, any racing thoughts, any pressure from your day. Allow your eyes to close gently, letting your awareness turn inward, toward yourself, toward the subtle rhythms of your body and mind. With each breath, notice a sense of calm spreading through you, a gentle warmth in your chest, a quieting in your mind. You are safe here. You are fully present in this moment. You are taking this time for yourself, and that is exactly what you need. Today, we focus on recognizing emotional patterns. Awareness is the first step toward balance, and balance is not about eliminating emotion, but about understanding it, noticing it, and responding to it with clarity and intention. Begin by bringing your attention to your current emotional state. There is no need to judge it, no need to change it. Simply notice it. What is the first feeling that comes to mind? Is it calm, restless, heavy, light, tense, or peaceful? Let the feeling be, without labeling it as good or bad. Emotions are simply signals, messages from your inner world, letting you know what you are experiencing and what matters to you. Imagine now that you are standing at the edge of a gentle river, the surface of the water reflecting your mind. Each thought, each feeling, appears as a ripple on the water. Some ripples are small and fleeting, barely noticeable. Others are larger, more persistent, moving with force across the surface. As you watch these ripples, you begin to notice patterns. Perhaps certain thoughts or feelings arise together. Perhaps some feelings repeat over days or weeks, returning like familiar currents. These are your emotional patterns, the habitual ways your mind responds to situations, to people, to yourself. There is no need to resist them. There is no need to change them yet. Simply notice them. Imagine each recurring feeling as a wave, gently rising and falling, each with its own shape, color, and energy. Notice how some waves feel familiar, almost automatic, while others surprise you. You might sense patterns in how your body reacts. Maybe your shoulders tighten when you feel stress, or your stomach contracts when you feel anxiety. Perhaps your chest opens when you feel joy, or your muscles relax when you feel peace. Every sensation, every reaction is part of the language of your emotions. Allow yourself to observe these reactions with curiosity. Imagine placing each feeling and each physical reaction on a shelf, like a collection of small objects, each one unique, each one meaningful. Notice which ones you pick up most often, which ones appear repeatedly. These recurring emotional responses are not flaws. They are simply parts of your current experience, ways your mind has learned to respond over time. Now, bring to mind a recent situation where you felt a strong emotional reaction. See it clearly in your mind's eye. Notice what happened, who was involved, and what you were thinking at the time. Pay attention to your body as you recall this memory. Where did you feel tension, heat, tightness, or heaviness? Allow yourself to feel the emotion again fully while observing it from a place of safety, a place of curiosity. Recognize the patterns, the trigger, the thought, the reaction, the feeling in your body. Notice if similar situations in the past have produced similar responses. This is awareness. Awareness is not criticism. Awareness is simply noticing what is happening, so you can choose how to respond, rather than being driven automatically by old habits. As you continue to breathe slowly and deeply, imagine a gentle light spreading through your body, beginning at the top of your head and moving slowly down through your neck, your shoulders, your chest, your arms, your hands, down through your abdomen, your legs, and your feet. This light represents clarity, understanding, and acceptance. It illuminates each emotional pattern, not to judge it, but to make it visible. Each recurring reaction becomes clearer under this light. You might see a tendency to feel anger when challenged, or sadness when feeling rejected, or anxiety when facing uncertainty. You might notice a habit of retreating, of pushing forward, or of worrying repeatedly about things beyond your control. Allow each pattern to be acknowledged gently, without shame, without criticism. Simply recognize it. As you continue to observe, notice that emotions are not permanent states. They come and go, rise and fall like waves on the surface of your inner river. You can watch them, name them, and understand them without being swept away. Allow yourself to label each feeling mentally, silently, with words that fit naturally. Perhaps this is frustration, worry, joy, or contentment. Naming a feeling brings it into awareness and gives you a small measure of control. You are the observer, the witness, and in this role, you begin to notice the subtle shifts in your emotional landscape. Now, think about your habitual thought loops, those recurring mental patterns that accompany certain feelings. Perhaps you notice thoughts like, "I am not enough," "This always happens to me," or "I must control everything." These thoughts are automatic, often repeated without conscious awareness, and they influence your mood profoundly. Bringing these thoughts into awareness, by noticing them without judgment, you begin to break the automatic cycle. Observe how these thoughts feel in your body. Are they heavy, tense, or tight? Do they create restlessness or unease? Simply notice and allow the awareness itself to begin loosening their grip. Imagine now a soft, expansive space within your mind, a space where you can place each recurring thought and emotion like leaves floating on a stream. Watch them move by gently, without needing to hold on or push away. This practice of observation strengthens your ability to respond rather than react. It cultivates emotional agility, the ability to notice patterns, adapt, and make conscious choices. Allow yourself to recognize the connections between thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Perhaps you notice that certain thoughts lead to particular emotions, and certain emotions lead to specific reactions. This awareness is powerful. It is the foundation for regulation and balance. As you breathe, imagine these connections as threads weaving a tapestry. Some threads are strong and repeated, forming familiar patterns. Others are lighter, more flexible, capable of change. By observing these threads, you gain insight into your habitual responses. And insight is the first step toward transformation. bring to mind a feeling you wish to regulate more effectively in your daily life. See it clearly, feel it in your body, and notice the thought patterns that accompany it. You do not need to force change yet. Simply recognize it, acknowledge it, and allow yourself to understand it deeply. Imagine sending a gentle wave of compassion to this part of yourself, recognizing that every emotional pattern has developed for a reason, as a response to your experiences and your environment. This compassionate awareness softens the edges of judgment and opens the door to growth. Picture yourself observing your emotional patterns over the next few days, noticing without interference, understanding without criticism. Each time a pattern arises, you take a mental step back, you breathe, and you name the emotion and the thought associated with it. Over time, this practice will allow you to respond with clarity rather than react automatically. It will help you cultivate a stable, balanced inner state, even when external circumstances are challenging. Allow yourself now to feel the sense of power that comes from awareness. You are capable of observing your inner world with clarity. You are capable of recognizing patterns without being overwhelmed. You are capable of creating space between stimulus and response, between thought and action, between emotion and reaction. This awareness is your tool for emotional regulation and balance. Visualize yourself going through a typical day, noticing moments when emotional patterns tend to arise. Perhaps it is during stressful conversations, when deadlines loom, or when you encounter unexpected setbacks. See yourself responding differently, not through force or suppression, but through conscious awareness. Imagine yourself noticing the initial signs of an emotional reaction, observing the accompanying thoughts, and allowing the emotion to flow without judgment. You remain steady, grounded, and calm, even as your mind and body signal familiar patterns. Feel the sense of freedom that comes from this ability to observe and choose, rather than be swept along by old habits. Allow this feeling to expand through your body, a gentle sense of confidence and self-trust. You are learning to recognize your patterns, and this learning strengthens each day. Take a moment now to anchor this awareness with your breath. Inhale fully, feeling expansion and clarity. Exhale fully, releasing tension and old habits that no longer serve you. Repeat this cycle, inhaling awareness and exhaling judgment a few times, feeling the rhythm of your breath as a tool for calm and balance. As we bring this session to close, remember that awareness is a practice, a daily choice, and each moment of recognition strengthens your emotional resilience. You do not need to force change. Simply noticing is a profound step toward regulation and stability. Slowly, begin to bring your attention back to your surroundings. Feel the surface beneath you, the air on your skin, the gentle rise and fall of your chest with each breath. When you are ready, gently open your eyes, carrying with you the clarity and insight gained from this practice. Remember that today you have taken the first step in recognizing emotional patterns, building a foundation for greater mood stability and regulation in the days to come. You can revisit this inner observation whenever you need, and each time the practice becomes easier, more natural, and more empowering. You have begun a journey of understanding, acceptance, and mindful regulation. Each breath, each moment of awareness is a part of this journey. Day 1 is complete, and with it, you have planted the seeds for balance, clarity, and emotional mastery. Carry this sense of awareness with you into the rest of your day, observing your feelings, your thoughts, and your reactions with gentle curiosity, knowing that awareness is the first step toward lasting emotional balance.